What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Doubted. My name's Christian Montuano, and today I'm here with one of the top guards in the class of 2028, Sean Forbes. Welcome.
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Great.
Good stuff. First off, the shirt. Follow Sean on Instagram at I am Sean Forbes. Tap in with him over there, and you'll really get to learn a lot about him from this conversation. But go hit him with a follow and just keep up with his journey. He's got a bright future ahead. So tap in with him on there. Sean, first things first, tell everybody where you're from and how you've enjoyed living there so far.
So I'm from Englewood, New Jersey, and it's a blessing to live here. I feel like it's like a great place to live. Everything is close to me. Like all the gyms that I have, like all my training. I strength train in Englewood. I work out in Englewood, so it's great to live here.
North Jersey, right?
Yes.
Yes. So North Jersey, I'm from Central Jersey around like the Princeton area.
Yeah.
So basketball is big where I'm from. Like I think just basketball in the state is big as a whole, but I tell everybody the competition up in North Jersey, I don't think you can get much better than that around the country. Just a lot of high IQ players, a lot of great kids coming up in the game historically and then also currently a lot of great players, and you're one of them. So just talk about your basketball journey thus far. How was the game brought to you, and what made you fall in love with the game of basketball?
So my dad introduced me to basketball at an early age. I just I can't tell you a complete story about it, but like I just like fell in love with it, honestly.
Yeah. Um, and then growing up, is there any player that you remember watching or you just kept up with over the years that really inspired you?
Definitely Kyrie Irving.
There you go. The Jersey guard, the
Hmm.
Jersey guard. Like I don't think there's a lot of great guards have come out of Jersey, but Kyrie's just different. How has he inspired you? What do you like about his game?
His creativity, honestly, he's like one of the most skilled players to ever touch the basketball, and I just love watching him play. I wanted to be like him growing up.
Do you remember when you first started watching him?
When LeBron came back to the Cavs to play with him, because my dad is a big LeBron fan, so I started watching it with him.
Okay. Do you are you a big fan of LeBron too?
Yeah, definitely, he's my goat.
He's my go-to. I think he's the first player I started watching, so I think his impact on the game is unmatched. Um,
Yeah.
but how would you say, like Kyrie also being a guard, you talked about his creativity, but what other things do you see from Kyrie's game that you try and implement into yours in terms of playing at the guard position, orchestrating for your teammates?
So I definitely say his mid range game. My mid range game, like I study his, and I'm like trying to replicate it as much as I can. Definitely his IQ too. So yeah, those two.
Growing up in the state, the competition, like I said, I don't think you can get much better than that throughout the entire country. So, what has it been like for you growing up in the state and playing against that elite competition all around? Like, I think great players, no matter what position, but specifically the guard position. I think New Jersey just has unbelievable talent at that position. So, what has it been like for you matching up against that talent?
Yeah, like you said, New Jersey breeds the best guards, honestly, in my opinion. So, I get to go up against the best guards in the state, but basically the country. So, it's great to play against them, getting my game better. We're pushing each other, like they say, iron sharpens iron.
I also want to make sure like we highlight some of the coaches in the state because there's a lot of great trainers, a lot of great coaches that I'm sure you've worked with. You're part of the New Heights program, have great coaches over there, and then now in your new chapter over at Bergen Catholic, great coaches over there as well. So, who are some coaches that you or trainers that you would say have had a great impact on you as a player?
So I say one coach, Coach Mike Richardson. His son is Will Richardson. He went to Bergen Catholic. He's the all-time leading scorer at Bergen Catholic. He coached me at a young age, and I feel like he taught me all the little things about basketball, like everything like you could imagine. Like he just molded me into the player who I am today. Honestly,
I wanna highlight on some recent New Jersey guards that have come out. Dylan Harper, Tahad Pettiford, Elliot Cadeau, like all these more recent guys, and then also ones that have come out throughout the past 5, 10 years. Who are some more recent guys that have come out of the state that you watch a lot of film on?
Taha for sure. I definitely say Elliot. His IQ is unmatched. Like I don't try to like replicate Dylan's game, but I like the way Dylan plays, so I say Dylan. So all three of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. All three high IQ players and guys that are doing their thing at the next level. Tahad and Elliot, both New Heights alum, did their thing over there. When they played within that program, they had the best backcourt in the nation. What has it been like now you're a part of that program, so hearing from coaches within the program, like kind of having that connection with them and having, I guess, that personal connection where like that they've come through the program that you're now at. So I'm sure you keep up with their games a lot and just how they're playing. So what is that like seeing them come up through the program and then now you're about to start your high school EYBL career? What is it like watching those guys?
So Lee watching them was like you said, they were the best backcourt in the EYBL. I love how they complement each other, and honestly, seeing how they got their flowers now, like I want to be like that when I get to the higher levels and stuff like that. So
So this past summer, you played on the junior EYBL circuit. Little preview to what's to come on the EYBL level now upcoming summer and then going forward. You had really great squad on the junior EYBL. What was that like for you going through all of those circuits? I watched you play at some Made Hoops events over the summer as well. You played at some camps for Made Hoops. You played a lot of high level basketball over the summer against some great competition. So, what was that like? Just your summer AAU experience?
my summer AU experience, like you said, we had our team. Like I feel like we had the best team in the country. Honestly, I was just happy to be a part of it. Honestly, I felt like playing against those guys, playing against all these good teams from around the East Coast, all around the entire country. Honestly, it was just like great to play because I got to showcase my talents, show people like what I can do. I'm like what type of player I am, and just show everybody who I am to the country. So yeah.
I mean, your name was everywhere, I think, over the summer. Like, had a lot of great performances, got a lot of recognition. The junior EYBL circuit, this was its first year as a thing, and it just puts such a big spotlight on the players. Seeing like now they're going to be playing EYBL the next summer, and it puts a lot of focus on you, a lot of spotlight on you. So, how do you think you handled that stage? And what were your main takeaways walking away from it personally on how you perform?
So walking away from AAU, honestly, so I've been playing AAU since I say the third grade. So like that's all around. Maybe have some school ball here and there, but AAU, like walking away from it, I was like sad because we lost. We lost this game to an Elite Eight to Georgia Star. So seeing that I gotta wait, I gotta play this whole high school season, then go back to AAU. Like I was just like like upset about it. But I feel like I had a good AAU, a middle school AAU career. I had fun. I showcased myself. I showcased who I am, and I'm just ready to do it next year in the summer, in the spring and summer.
Yeah. That Georgia Stars game in the Elite Eight, that was a battle. That was a
Hmm.
battle. What do you remember specifically about that game?
That game went into overtime. It was a great game, a hard fought game. I think we lost by two. I had a pretty good game that game, but it's just sad the way we lost. We lost. I feel like the refs, like just messed us up with this one call, but it's all good. Things happen. I'll be back. We'll be back next year, for sure.
what's that mindset now? You everybody has their own high school seasons, their freshman year at their respective high schools, but do you guys still talk about this next AAU season coming up, like how you guys want to get back?
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait because the spring. Like I can't wait for the spring. But of course, like we got to play the high school season first.
For sure.
Show out. But the spring we cannot wait. I talk to my teammates all the time about this. How we gonna get back on them. But it's all good.
Now heading into this high school season, it's an entirely different part of your journey. You're about to play against some of the top teams in the state, which is again really elite competition, great competition. I think one of the top freshmen in the state walking away from what you did over the summer, people are hearing your name and like, oh, okay, we'll see how he plays now at the high school level. So after the season you had on the AAU circuit, what's your mindset now heading into the high school season where people are going to have some eyes on how you perform and how you adjust to this high school level of basketball?
So people haven't seen me since really AAU. So I just want to show everybody the work I've been putting in, like how much better I got from that. So they can see like how like the jump I made from AAU to now, and show how I can help my team win the state championship this year.
I'm sure you have a lot of teammates that are playing on some top high school teams this season. Are there any games that you have circled that like, hey, you're playing against a teammate, or it could be a game where you don't have any teammates on it, but just any game that you have circled that you're really looking forward to this year?
Say we play we play Bishop McNamara at the Iverson Classic. I just know the atmosphere is gonna be crazy. I have no teammates that play on that team, but I just can't wait to play in that atmosphere. All the fans, I know it's gonna be a lit game. So that
Yeah.
game for sure.
Is that tournament late December?
I
When
think
is that?
it's January 10th.
Okay. That's dope. Um, Yeah, so now, like, are you guys really starting to, has the season started officially, or are you heading into it now?
So we started our official season last week, but I say over the summer we played like the entire season. Honestly,
Yeah.
we played 40 games from all around, from like Philly to like Massachusetts to New Jersey. Like we've been all around. We played like 40 games. So
You guys played in Philly live over at the Six Man Center, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So how was that going from like you're playing on the Junior EYBL circuit, you're playing against eighth graders, but then you're going Philly Live and these other high school summer ball events, and you're playing against seniors. So
yeah.
what was that like?
June we play. I played straight high school basketball all of June. So then when I went to Junior EYBL in July, like I felt like it was easier for me. Like everything was easier because I was just playing against, like you said, like 18-year-old seniors, 19-year-old seniors, playing against people my age. It was just easier for me.
People always talk about the physicality difference and how they need to adjust to that heading into the high school level. I know the New Heights program play a very like physical style of basketball. Like they're not gonna back down like a lot of dogs within that program. So you're surrounded by those type of players. Would you say that you're more prepared from like a mentality standpoint, that physical style of high school basketball?
Yeah, for sure. They got us ready. I've been playing with New Heights since I was in seventh grade, so I definitely, got that experience. They got me completely ready for where I am today.
So made it to the Elite Eight at the Junior EYBL Championships, which was down in Augusta, Georgia, same time as Peach Jam. New Heights, 17U. They made a run in their tournament as well. Guys like Malik Thomas on that team, Christian Jeffries, like just some really great players, nationally recognized names. Were you able to catch any of their games when you were down there?
Yeah, so I caught one, and it was the best. I feel like that was the best game of the entire UIBL Peach Jam. It was Denver's team. Why not? That game was packed. The energy was crazy, and I was like, dang, like I'm gonna be here soon. I caught that game, and I was, like it went to. I think it went to overtime. Nah, I don't think it went to overtime, but it was a great game for sure.
Yeah, a lot of energy. I remember like I don't think I didn't catch that game, but I caught part of their game against the Oakland Soldiers and just I think like they play with a lot of energy, very physical brand of basketball. You said you were really looking forward to when you play at that level, just looking ahead, seeing them play on that stage. Just besides that, like what was going through your mind watching those games and learning from those older guys?
So what I took away from that was like don't pay attention to the crowd at all because they're all saying crazy things. They're all like the energy is just crazy. So you just got to focus on what happens in between those lines. So that's what I took away from it.
Do you chat with or do you have a relationship with the coaches on that 17U level from this past summer?
Nah, I don't.
Okay. So what your coaches within the program, like the relationships you have you talked to them about those later years, like how you can start to prepare now for when you're playing those 16U, 17U EYBL games?
For sure, just I talk to them all every day. Just keep your head down, keep working. Keep getting stronger. Just like don't feed into anything else. Just keep working.
I wanted to get into this earlier, but just like describe real quick for the people that haven't seen you play. Describe your game for us.
I'm a high IQ point guard. I can score at all three levels. I have a elite mid range game. I have a elite 3 point game. I can get all the way to the basket. I'm an athletic point guard. I can rebound at a high level, and that's what I can say about me to people that don't know who I am.
Yeah. And over the summer, well, I don't think it was over the summer. I think it was early fall, but you played at a Made Hoops camp over at the Six Man Center, correct? It was like the high
Yeah,
school academy.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw you did your thing on that stage. You were one of the top performers over there. What were your takeaways from that experience? I know there were some great coaches there working with you guys. So, what was that experience like and your takeaways walking away from it?
So the May Hoops camp, I say my biggest takeaway from it was most kids when they go to those camps, like they're selfish. But like I feel like that's just not the player who I like that I am. So just going in there, not being selfish, doing the right things, but also getting mine at the same time. So that's what I took away from it, and that's what I was doing.
Now, talked about over the summer, you were playing in these summer ball, high school basketball events. So, getting a feel for how your teammates play over at Bergen Catholic. Um, So you've been preparing for the season really since then. Getting back to school after AAU, like the months of September, October, and then now you're heading into the season. You said season started last week. Just what were those preparations like getting back to high school and practicing with your teammates, building that camaraderie?
With my team, so since I live in the area, I feel like I knew everybody before I came, like before I even stepped, like before we even started playing in June. So it already felt like a family from the first day I seen them. But it was just like we practice very hard. It's just fun to be around them, honestly, and I feel like we have everything it takes to win this year.
You have just all around a great team around you. One guy I can mention specifically, Julius Avang. He's a senior, right?
Junior.
Junior? Okay, so I mean, he's an upperclassman still, has played a couple years of high school basketball, and not just him, but the seniors, the upperclassmen on that team. What have you learned from them? Because they've already played the level, and I feel like that they could give great advice to you now stepping into the stage and playing that high school competition. What have they told you about playing at the level, and what have you learned from them?
So what I learned from them, I say, They tell me to always just like run my own race, stay like keep my head down, keep working. Honestly, like I like being around them because I could just see like what they're doing and like learn, just keep on learning from them, and I'm getting to play with them is just a great blessing. So yeah.
What kind of role has your coaching staff played in this start of high school basketball for you? How have they helped you get acclimated?
So yeah, so I try and stay in touch with my coaches at all times. Ask them things that I don't know, so I can stay up to speed with everything that's going on, because you already know they had stuff going on before I was there. So I have to learn all that stuff that they had going on.
What are you most looking forward to about this season? Just personally, like for yourself, like what are you most looking forward to?
Of course, winning the state championship, but like make it like I can be there, but I just want to make an impact on what they're doing.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I think just at your age, freshman year, I think like you're really just trying to get a feel for how they play and just contribute as much as you can in your role and make an impact. So how do you plan on doing that? Does it start on the defensive end, or what kind of role do you see for yourself this year?
For this year, I can see on the defensive end for sure. I can see myself, picking up, being a pest, talking, being the loudest on the court, rebounding at a high level, facilitating and hitting open shots when I need to hit open shots.
Now looking ahead, I know it's a ways away, like it's thinking long term, but what do you want to most get out of your high school career?
I want to be, for sure, I want to be a 1,000 point scorer. I just want to leave an impact on Bergen Catholic as a whole. Like as an athlete, I just want to be a Gatorade Player of the Year one time in my career, or maybe more times in my career. Who knows? I want to be a McDonald's All American. I just want to have a great high school career that can lead me to being a Division 1 player at the highest level.
When you hear the word doubted, does it apply to your life journey at all? Does it kind of ring a bell just in terms of your life journey?
Of course, I feel doubted all the time, but I don't feed into any of the stuff that other people have to say. I just keep my circle tight and listen to who I think I should listen to.
Yeah, like family, things like that?
Yeah.
What kind of role have they played in your development? You said your dad introduced the game to you, but just all around your family, their support. What does that mean to you, and how have they helped you in your life?
I appreciate them so much because all the sacrifices they made for me, going to all these tournaments with me, taking me to workouts, all this, just having like, just being there for me at all times, even when I have a bad game, good game, no matter what, just being there for me, just sacrificing what they have to do to be there for me. So I can't thank them enough for that.
Off the court, what kind of person are you? Like Sean off the court, like what do you like to do?
I'm just a chill guy, honestly. I can't really say much. I just like to hang out with my family, you know, play video games. Like I'm just like I don't do much. Like honestly, I'm just focused on what basketball is bringing to me. So yeah,
It's awesome. Hey man, well, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you jumping on here and looking forward to watching you this upcoming season and going forward, man.
yes sir. Appreciate you.